a sec here. I'm a little off on that nose. That's almost finished, Nicky. What do you think?
How well do you take criticism?
Now, come on, be honest.
I am being honest. It's awful.
Well, you're probably just a little jealous because I'm so artistically inclined and you're just beautiful.
All right. It's pretty good.
And deep down, you really like me to give it to you for your birthday, wouldn't you?
Oh, excuse me. Hello? Yes. Oh, that's very nice of you. Yes, he'll be ready. Thank you. That was the foundation for the blind. They're sending a cab to pick you up at 5 o'clock sharp.
Right.
Did you tell him? Oh, I completely forgot. Mike, you know the fish cakes Mrs. Kingston makes for you every so often?
Oh, yes. I love those fish cakes.
Mr. Longstreet, I know that you have been feeding them to your dog, so don't tell me how much you love them.
Okay, I won't.
My fish cakes to a dog.
Love those fish cakes.
Well, Nicky, she's a great housekeeper, but those fish cakes are...
Well, you'll just have to cultivate a taste for them if you want to keep her.
All right, I'll try. I really will.
Hey, if you don't mind, I've got some things to do at home. Can I catch up with you later?
Sure, okay.
Okay, see ya.
Boy, good dog, yeah. Oh, now, come on, Pax. I know it's not your favorite, but I can't give you fish cakes anymore. Now, from now on, you have to eat dog food, and I have to eat fish cakes. Understand? Sure you do. I expect that bowl to be finished by the time I come back, Pax.
Jackson, Miss Longstreet.
Right on time. Someone there?
Hold on.
What? Wait a minute. Who are you? What are you doing to me? Who are you? What did you do? Who are you?
Hi, Norma Dale. It's Nikki. I'm back at the office. Any messages?
No messages.
Oh, that's funny. Duke was supposed to call Mike about the Farragut case.
Well, he hasn't yet.
Well, I'll be here for a while. If Duke doesn't call in tonight, remind Mike the first thing tomorrow, okay?
Sure thing, Nikki.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, it's done.
It better be, because this is as far as I go.
When you get that money, I want to hear from you.
Sure. Three-way split, just like we said. You sure this will work?
He's as good as dead.
Hello?
Oh, Nikki, the Foundation for the Blind called and said that Mr. Longstreet never showed up.
Never showed up.
That's what they said. They waited and waited.
They had him picked up in a cab. I was here when they called to make sure he was going.
Well, according to this guy, he never showed up.
Okay, Norma Dale, thanks.
Hello.
Hi.
Nikki?
Uh-huh. You're working late.
Yeah, as usual. What's up?
It's Mike. He was supposed to give a speech on mobility training at the Foundation for the Blind tonight.
I know. I saw the item in the newspaper.
Duke, he never showed up. I'm getting frightened.
Where are you?
At the office. I came back to catch up on some paperwork.
I'll be right over.
Okay.
Nikki, this is Lieutenant Martinson.
Hello.
Well, I filled him in on the way over.
Oh, nothing much to tell, except that they called and said they'd send a taxi for him.
You weren't here when the taxi arrived?
No,
You said someone called from the Foundation. Who was that?
a woman. Sounded like a young woman.
Do you remember her name?
She didn't give a name. Anyway, I checked. The Foundation didn't call, didn't send a cab.
I guess that's all we've got to go on now. Taxi cab companies.
If it was a cab.
And the hospitals, of course. Thank you very much.
I see, thank you.
Presbyterian Hospital has no Michael Longstreet or unidentified blind man. May I have the patient admission office, please?
Bill?
Hi.
Never mind.
This is the man who had his cab stolen. We found him trussed up and gagged over in Algiers.
Where in Algiers?
An empty apartment.
I got this call, see? I drove up to the address, honked, nobody came out. I knocked on the door. A woman answered. She said she needed some help with a bundle. I went in. Pow. That's all I remember till I woke up.
Did you get a good look at the woman?
Not really. Fair's a fair. Once in a while, it's interesting, but most of the time...
No word on Mike? Nothing at all?
Sorry, Miss Bill. Nothing.
Hey. Boy, am I glad you came. I was going nuts in this place.
Well, don't worry about it. It won't be much longer.
What's that supposed to mean?
We took care of that witness.
Longstreet? How? Dolph, you didn't kill him.
You killed somebody, remember that? That's how we got into this mess.
I had to. He came at me.
Keep your voice down.
Dolph, it was your idea.
Nobody twisted your arm, you know. I mean, Charlie asked you in and you wanted in. You were chomping at the bit to get in.
Charlie, he must have been something. He was in the army.
Yeah, he was something, all right.
By now he must be long gone from Miami with the stuff. And then payday.
You got a late start.
Why?
I told you. He and I had a little job to do before he left. We got hold of Marcy and...
Marcy? How'd she get involved?
We're all involved. I never should have let Charlie take you along. This was way over your head. Now we're all in it.
Dolph, what about Longstreet?
Well, the lawyer said without his testimony, there's no case, right?
Yeah.
No Longstreet, no testimony.
No word yet?
No.
Mind if I join you?
No, of course not.
Excuse me. He just has no business doing this kind of work. I mean, sooner or later, something like this was bound to happen.
Mrs. Kay, we don't know what's happened.
Plenty of things he could do to make a living.
Like what?
Well, like, teaching, maybe.
He'd probably be very good at it, too. But what would it prove?
Who says it has to prove anything? Except that he's just as good as anybody else, that he can,
What? That he can function?
function.
Yeah, well, he has to do more than that.
Why?
Because he is more than that. It's Mike.
Longstreet.
You better get him inside. Mrs. Kay, call a doctor.
I'm falling. You having another nightmare?
Yeah. The doctor said they'd probably recur until the effects of the drug wear off.
Who would have done such a thing to him, and why?
I'll sleep over tonight and keep an eye on him. You go home and get some rest. Doctor said he should be better in the morning.
I hate to leave him like this.
Mrs. Kay, come on. I'll walk you out.
I'll get my things.
Would you like me to run you home?
No, I think the walk will do me good. Thanks. Now, if there's anything...
I know. Good night.
Night.
How's he doing?
He's still out of it. Any action out here?
Not a thing. Do you know what it is we're supposed to be looking for, or who?
No, it's just a precaution.
No sweat. Well, it's a nice night.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Mike? Mike?
Nikki, am I home?
Yes, you're home.
Do you know where I've been?
No. Do you?
No, I can't think. I can't remember.
You will.
How long have I been away?
About 15 hours.
15? It's almost a day. Whole day, I can't remember. What's that?
It's okay, Mike. It's only me.
Hi, Duke.
Hi. How do you feel?
I got cotton in my mouth and Anvil chorus in my head. Aside from that, I just feel lousy.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
We'll find out what happened in those 15 hours.
Oh, no. Not tonight, Mike. Not tonight.
Yeah, you're right. Tomorrow.
I take back what I said about your sculpture. And I'd love to have it for my birthday.
I may just give it to Lee Chung. Put in his shop. Might bring a good price. Yeah, well, thanks.
Morning. He asked for breakfast down here.
Oh, he must still be pretty shaky. Good morning.
Morning. You stay all night?
Most of it.
Sorry.
Oh, I watched the sunlight slip into the patio a finger at a time and listened to the birds waking up. It was beautiful.
Yeah, you make it sound that way.
Then I went home, showered, changed, and guess what? I'm wide awake. Mrs. Kingston's got the table set over here.
Morning, Mrs. K.
There's more after this.
Oh, it smells great.
Now, I could have brought it to you upstairs.
Yes, I know. Nikki, after breakfast, I want to start
Going through the files.
Yeah. There has to be something, some clue, a name. Sorry to put you through this. I just haven't got my head on straight yet.
You haven't remembered anything?
Nothing after I got into that cab.
What about getting home?
I must have really tripped out. It's a blank till I woke up in bed.
Coffee.
Hello? Awake, up, and around. Fine. Sure. Mike, it's Duke.
Oh. Hi, Duke.
You okay?
Well, I'm devouring Mrs. K's breakfast.
That tells you anything. I'd be there, but...
I know. Listen, Duke, when you get a minute, would you start...
Going through the files. Mm-hmm. I already have. Have you any idea how many cases we worked on together?
About 902.
That's not far off. Mike, it's gonna be slow and tedious.
I know, but it's a beginning. Has to be someone with an old grudge or current events.
Yeah. Okay, I'll see you. Hey, take it easy, huh?
Okay.
Speaking of a beginning,
Yes?
that call from the Foundation for the Blind wasn't from them, and it was a woman's voice.
How would whoever called know where I was going that night?
It was an item in the paper.
Oh. Nikki, I want you to check out that drug they gave me.
We got into that last night. The The doctor borrowed some of your blood. The lab will let us know.
Doesn't figure. All things considered, I'm pretty easy to kill.
Oh, Mike.
No, I mean it. Somebody went to a lot of trouble to set me up, more than they had to.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Who? Why?
Well, let's see. They stole a cab, tied up the driver.
Oh?
Well, we talked to him. It was a dead end.
How'd they steal the cab?
They called for it, knocked the driver out when he came to the door. Wait. It was a woman who opened the door.
And he can't describe her?
No, he didn't pay any attention.
Well, then we know one thing for sure.
What?
She wasn't beautiful.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Where are we going?
I want to talk to you.
I don't want you coming around here. I need this job.
You're a good nurse. Any hospital will hire you.
All right, what is it?
It's Ben.
What about Ben?
You haven't been to see him.
I don't want to see him.
All of a sudden,
He killed that guard. How do you expect me to act?
the guy came at him. The gun went off. That's all.
Blood's on your hands, too. You got him into it.
Don't you think I know that? All I want to do now is help him any way I can.
By more killing.
No, by getting you to go see Ben, to talk to him. Make him feel you care about what happens to him.
Does anybody care about what happens to me? If they find out that I stole that drug, that I helped you to kill that man Longstreet?
Hey, listen. Hey, we didn't kill anyone. You hear that? We didn't kill anyone. Now, you remember that. That was an accident. And we don't know anything about any drug.
You're hurting me.
You listen to me. You listen real good. Because you don't have the idea yet. You don't get it. It's Ben. Ben, you hear me? Ben, the man you're supposed to love. Now, if that doesn't ring any bells for you, he's my brother. Now, you go see Ben.
All right.
Ramsey Wilson?
No, he was shot to death during a bank robbery in Canada.
Oh, what about Sullivan?
Joe Sullivan?
Right.
Oh, he's supposed to be in prison somewhere.
He is in prison.
Oh, hi, Duke.
Hi. There's impossibles here, but not likelies.
Yeah, that's just about what we've got.
Well, tell me, how's he feeling?
Hey, I'm right here.
I don't trust you to answer me truthfully.
Well, the doctor says he should be feeling better and stronger. He should also be taking it easy.
All right, so it's not an old grudge. What about current events, Duke?
That's taking it easy?
Now, what about it, Duke?
Well, there are 4 or 5 things hanging fire. You can take your best shot.
Oh, we heard from the lab. The drug probably came from a hospital. Some new experimental stuff. That ring any bells? What is it, Mike?
Bits and pieces. Flashing through my mind, but I can't connect them.
You will.
When?
What bits and pieces?
I don't know what's real and what's imaginary.
Let's see if we can sort it out.
In the cab, no door handle on my side.
That's how they found it.
All right, one in the reality column.
What else?
An impression of a woman, a voice, a perfume maybe.
What was she doing?
I'm not sure.
Anyone else?
No, just the guy who came to the door, the driver. 2 men. It put me someplace.
Where?
I don't know.
Time for your nap.
Oh, Mrs. Kingston, I've already tried.
It's either that or fish cakes 3 times a day.
All right, I'll just rest for a little while.
Mike, we have a court appearance on Wednesday. I'm going to ask for a postponement.
Court?
Yeah, the preliminary hearing. I'm going to postpone it.
No postponement, Duke.
Now, look, Mike, come on.
No, Duke.
Are you drunk or something? Make sure nobody's back there. No, there's nobody.
Forward.
You said he wouldn't show up.
Be quiet.
Right here, Murphy.
Backs down.
Hearing will come to order. Are the attorneys ready?
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The state is ready, Your Honor.
Proceed.
We call Mr. Duke Page.
We were checking additional security needs, the Osteritz Jewelry Company. Mr. Osteritz wanted to increase his insurance.
Who was with you, Mr. Page?
Mr. Osteritz, his manager, and Mike Longstreet.
Can you define Mr. Longstreet's capacity?
He's an insurance investigator who does a lot of work for my company.
Any particular reason?
He's, one of the best. Go on. During our tour of inspection, a shipment arrived, gold, platinum, and silver, about $200,000 worth. As it was being transferred from the truck, it was hit.
Hit?
Yes. Two gunmen held up the driver and the guard.
Did anyone get a good look at the thieves?
Your Honor.
Excuse me. Did you get a good look at the thieves?
Not a good one, no. They wore masks.
Were there any shots fired, Mr. Page?
Yes. The guard made a move. One of the gunmen called a warning, and he shot him.
Mr. Page, did you hear the words of warning?
Not clearly, no.
And the gunman got away?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Page.
Now, Mr. Longstreet, would you say that you were nervous when you realized that a robbery was occurring?
Yes, somewhat.
Frightened?
A little?
That's understandable. You were nervous and frightened. When you're nervous and frightened, you're apt to make mistakes.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
And yet you can positively identify one voice as the voice of the man who participated in the robbery and supposedly shot the guard.
The court wishes to make it clear at this time, Mr. Longstreet, that these are not the same as the tapes you listened to earlier. These are samples of several different men talking. One of them, the voice of the man you identified as the defendant. Now, the recording procedure has been supervised by the district attorney's office and the counsel for defense. It's been further agreed that you may listen to the complete tape twice. If after that you want to hear a voice again, it'll be played back for you separately as often as you wish. Are there any further questions, Mr. Longstreet? Mr. Longstreet?
No, Your Honor.
Number one?
There are several houses on the same block that are similar to ours, but only ours is a red roof and brick chimney. She was 14 when she fell from a swing in the backyard.
Number two? But when you're working for a large company, it's not easy to have a friendly relationship with the foreman. Number three?
And if I had to choose, well, I guess I'd take the convertible. Yellow, yeah.
Jackson to Longstreet. Right on time. Jackson to Longstreet. Right on time.
I used to play ball a lot for the fun. Played shortstop. I was hurt playing baseball, so concussion is that it was.
Make sure nobody's following me.
Number three?
Well, I guess I'd take the convertible.
Number one.
Is there something the matter, Mr. Longstreet?
Excuse me. Come on. May it please the court.
The witness has not been feeling well. May I ask for a continuance?
Very well, Your Honor. This hearing is continued until Friday at 10 a.m.
Thanks, forward.
You thought he'd be dead. He's alive. What if he remembers by Friday?
Then he'll be dead.
Let me get this straight. You think your nightmare had something to do with the hearing?
Right. If I can identify Ben Cottle's voice, he stands trial for armed robbery, first-degree murder. That's a pretty good reason to try and stop me.
But he's been in jail.
He's got a brother, an older brother.
Too bad that cab driver didn't get a look at whoever slugged him.
Doesn't matter.
Oh?
Because I'm starting to remember things, Duke.
Mike?
Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Dick.
Hi. Have you, heard our French theory?
It's more than that.
What'd you find out, Nikki?
Ben Cottle has a girlfriend who works in a hospital. She's a nurse.
And she'd have access to drugs. All right, something, but not much, I'm afraid. No proof.
Well, I figured they'd take me somewhere. Drug, blind, somewhere I'd be able to kill myself trying to get out of.
There was a girl at the hearing sitting with Ben's brother.
Was she beautiful?
No.
Beautiful? What's that got to do with it?
Just another little piece of the puzzle, Duke.
I know what I want. Mike?
The transmission was shot. It jerked and it moaned. There was a tear on my side of the seat. Dropped me off at the corner of Charters. Made it into the courtyard and I passed out.
Where did he pick you up?
I'm not sure. It was early, right? It was a truck. An old truck, maybe. It was early. The guy did you a favor, okay. But how big a favor? I mean, how far out of his way did he go to drop you off? I smelled something. Pipe tobacco, garlic. And vegetables. Can we ask you a few questions?
Please, it will only take a minute.
Well, that must be Nick Katsikis. He runs vegetables in here a couple of times a week from his truck farm.
Where can I find him?
What's he done?
He's helped a friend of mine. I'd like to thank him and repay him if I can.
I have his phone number around here someplace.
Wherever they took me, it had to be somewhere near the place Nick picked me up.
First, you don't remember so good. And second, there's no telling how much ground you covered before Nick almost ran you over.
Third, does it really matter?
I think it does. I think there's a connection between where they took me and who took me. I've got to make that connection before the new hearing date.
Why?
Because he makes his living as an insurance investigator, and his credibility's in doubt.
That's right. I lose that, I lose a job, I lose a living.
Well, you could always settle in some artist colony and sculpt for a living.
Now, you sound pessimistic, Nikki.
No, optimistic.
What's that?
Oh, it's the vegetables. I guess they're done.
So are the steaks. Almost.
What is it?
I remember.
Sure do.
Oh, Mike.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Okay. It all fits. But can you prove it?
Here she comes, Mike, down the sidewalk.
Hello, Miss Pierce.
Who are you?
Guy you jabbed a needle into.
I don't know you.
I know you. Know your perfume, your voice.
No, you don't. How could you?
There's a tremor there in your voice. You're frightened like I was that night.
You've made a mistake.
Ben's brother talked you into this?
You don't know anything. You can't prove anything.
I think I can.
You'd be smart just to go back to that courtroom and stay confused about whose voice you heard.
Why?
Look, I had a nice, simple life before I met Ben and Ben's friends. Now the only ones who's looking out after me is me, that's all.
That's not all. Because I'm not going to be confused when I go back to that courtroom. I'm going to hear Ben's voice, and I'm going to know it.
Why? Why do you keep pressing when all it'll bring you is more pain?
Ben's brother was in the army, wasn't he? Prisoner of war?
I don't know.
I think I do. You see, I'm human. I don't like what he did to me. You know what he did?
I told you, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm late.
Does he work near the waterfront, Miss Pierce?
Dolph's a welder. He works for some salvage company.
What do you want? What are you doing here?
I came to tell you something.
What?
I remember. Pack, sit. You picked the wrong man, Dolph. The wrong time, the wrong place in my life. Pack, sit. I can understand your brother getting into trouble. I can understand you're trying to help him, but what you did to me, that I can't understand. You should have just killed me.